How's it going, guys? I'm ThioJoe, and by popular demand, I'm bringing back a series that I haven't made in a while called Your Dumb Comments. And it's been about 2 years since I made the last one, and the explanation for that is, well, I was simply taking a nap. And any videos I posted since then were just pre-recorded, so don't worry about that. We're gonna continue now. Now, how this works is very simple. I pose a thoughtful question, and you guys leave a comment with an answer, and then in the next video, I'll read the best ones that I think are the funniest. It's a truly original concept. I don't think there is anyone else on all of YouTube that has ever made a series like this before. Now, before we get to the good part of this video, 2 quick things. I'm gonna try and keep all the questions in this series tech themed from now on, so it kind of goes with the rest of the content on this channel, still be pretty funny. And also, I'm not gonna do it every single week. I'm just gonna make a video when I think it's the right time, when enough people have answered, give you guys enough time to come up with good comments, because one of the problems I used to have was that after just 1 week, literally all the answers just sucked, so it wasn't that fun, but this should fix that. So let's move on to the good part. And for the first question, I actually asked you guys on Twitter and on a post on YouTube. And the first question is, if Kanye West owned Microsoft, what would be the first feature that he added to Windows? And based on some of the answers to the question, let's just say we're glad he doesn't. First up, if Kanye owned Microsoft, he would change all the default wallpapers to himself. If Kanye West owned Microsoft, he would add a WannaCry-like virus which would say, oops, your files have been encrypted, and then in order to recover your data, you would need to vote for him in the 2020 presidential election. Yes, because stealing everyone's files is a surefire way to get elected as the president. He would make every file in the File Explorer have a Kanye thumbnail and have a special extension called .kanye. His songs would be the startup music for Windows. He wouldn't add anything because he wouldn't know how to. Way to play along there. Him as the voice of Cortana. Wouldn't put it past him. You have to be listening to a Kanye song no matter what you are doing on Windows. Yep, even if you're already listening to music, it'll just play that song on top of it. If you don't follow him on all social media, you'll only get access to Windows 10s. Truly a fate worse than death, and for those of you who don't know, Windows 10s does legitimately suck. He would add a new password system. You have to type in the password before you can access the computer. And the password would be the entire lyrics for one of his songs, chosen randomly each time you boot up your PC, of course. If you miss just one letter from his lyrics, your PC will be destroyed for good. I can't think of a better business strategy because look, you gotta rebuy it every time you typed in wrong. Seems sustainable. The windows of Microsoft headquarters, maybe he'd add curtains or blinds or something. Not exactly what I had in mind, but technically correct. Wrapping text to speech and ultra bass text to speech. Obviously you can combine those last two for maximum effect. Ads for Kanye 2020. Honestly, wouldn't be that much worse than the current ads we get in the start menu. An advanced AI capable of decrypting various mumble rappers' lyrics. The Kanye West button. Combine that with Control-Alt-Kanye. I don't even want to know what that does. Every time you boot it up, it would shut down because it's too hot. See, the problem there is you can't keep his mixtapes in the CD drive. It causes thermal damage if it's in there too long. The terms and conditions would be the lyrics to all his songs. He'd replace the Microsoft Office crash document recovery with a screen that says, I'm gonna let you finish. That was actually pretty clever, I like that one. It would interrupt every time there is audio or sound to remind you that Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. I mean, how could we forget? All right, next up, we got a couple from Twitter. He would add a video every time you start Windows 10 that talks about how amazing Windows is, narrated by Kanye himself. Well, obviously. He would add a feature to Windows Defender that helps you find random gold diggers and warn you about them. See, that's a legitimately good feature. You gotta watch out for those. Cortana would become Kim Kardashian. Whoa, don't even joke about that. It would be horrible. He would add another square to the logo, but instead of one color, it's a picture of him. And finally, the search bar doesn't actually search your computer, it's all just Kanye West related. All right, now we're not actually done yet. Before we get to the next time's question, I'm gonna throw in a bonus segment we're gonna call Memes of the Week. Because obviously the YouTube algorithm hates short videos, so if I left it at this, no one would even see the video because it would kill it. So for the first meme, you know, if you're a parent, it's very important to tell your child a few things while you're raising him. So this one is 7 things that every kid needs to hear. So of course these are very important. I love you. I'm proud of you. Be willing to say, I'm sorry. I forgive you. I'm listening. And of course, RAID storage is not a reliable form of backup. Use off-site backup. This is extremely important when growing up. They need to be prepared in the event of data loss, so they will have this skill later in life. Now we got a couple Mark Zuckerberg memes, you know, with the whole Facebook debacle with them leaking all your info. People were having a field day with this one. You know when you post a funny joke in the Messenger group chat so all your friends can enjoy it? And then of course, Zuckerberg can come along and enjoy your meme as well because he can see everything too. But don't think bad about him. Mark can be a total bro as well. I mean, imagine this, you're in a great relationship, you think things are going well, but then Mark gives you the bad news that you needed to know. She said the exact same thing to Jack. That jerk. All right, so that is actually it for this week. And how about for next week? I'm gonna ask you this. What is the worst possible time for your phone to run out of batteries? You can leave your dumb comments in the section below or use the hashtag ThioPhoneBattery on Twitter. And of course, like I said, I will read my favorite ones, not necessarily next week, but whenever I feel like making another one of these and when I think it's about the right time. If you want a blast from the past, I'll put a link to the playlist with the old Your Dumb Comments series. They still hold up, I think. Should enjoy them. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all that, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.